Hello, Snerd. As promised, I'm responding to your video about the ethics of free downloading. Now, like I've said briefly in my last video, copyright infringement, which is what free downloading is by any reasonable standard a victimless crime. Now, the entertainment industry, of course, wants you to believe otherwise because it's a multi-billion-dollar industry. Sure, they'll still make their billions regardless of how many people download stuff for free off the internet. But we can't let those poor people suffer the injustice of not being able to buy their millionth yacht, mansion, or private plane. It would simply be unconscionable if some fat cats lost a minuscule amount of weight and at least some of the money went to more worthy causes like helping the poor, for example. Screw the poor, yeah, screw the poor, right? Sarcasm aside, though, I cannot emphasize enough that copyright infringement is a victimless crime. I know some of you are going to say, but you wouldn't steal a car or someone's wallet, would you? Well, no, I wouldn't do that, but unlike that, this crime, those crimes actually have victims. Plus, not everything that's illegal is immoral. Smoking pot, for example, is illegal, but it's not that much different from smoking tobacco or drinking alcohol. And while there are some negative side effects to smoking pot, let's face it, there is if you smoke anything. Obviously, it's not good for your lungs. They pale in comparison to the side effects of half the crap that's in our medicine cabinet. I mean, have you ever looked at some of the side effects of these things? Oh, vomiting, diarrhea, drowsiness, cancer! Okay, well, I made the cancer part up, but, it's... I mean, they might as well be asking, well, ask your doctor if arsenic is right for you! No, but seriously, pot doesn't have a lobby that contributes to politicians, so no pot for you. Sorry. And if you have a terminal illness, well, screw you. Still no pot for you. Can't do that. Because old Big Pharma won't make a profit from that. Okay, put things in further perspective. There are plenty of other stupid laws besides laws against free downloading out there. I mean, I found some of them on a website called dumblaws.com, which is actual local, state, national, international laws that are beyond ridiculous. Now, since I don't have nearly enough time or patience to read to you all the laws that are archived on that site, I don't think anybody does, I'm just going to read to you some local and state laws from my state of California. First, the state laws. Sunshine is guaranteed to the masses. Duh! This state is known for perfect weather, of course. Well, okay, near perfect. Even California rains or goes overcast once in a while. Animals are banned from mating publicly within 1,500 feet of a local tavern, school, or place of worship. Bathhouses are against the law. It is misdemeanor to shoot at any kind of game from a moving vehicle unless the target is a whale. So you can't shoot, say, a raccoon or a bird, but it's perfectly okay to shoot an endangered species. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Women may not drive in a housecoat. No vehicle without a driver may exceed 60 miles per hour. Well, I hope there are no vehicles without drivers, but boy, people can sure do stupid things when they're drunk. Now, time for some of the local laws. Baldwin Park. Nobody is allowed to ride a bicycle in a swimming pool. Belvedere, City Council order reads, no dog shall be in a public place without its master on a leash. I repeat, no dog shall be allowed in a public place without its master on a leash. Blythe, you are not permitted to wear cowboy boots unless you already own at least 2 cows. Sorry, Bush, but it might not be a good idea for you to visit Blythe. Eureka, a man with a mustache may not kiss a woman. Man with a mustache may not kiss a woman. It is illegal for Indian Wells. It is illegal for a trumpet player to play his instrument with the intention of luring someone to a store. And finally, Los Angeles. It's illegal for a man to beat his wife with a strap wider than 2 inches without her consent. Well, gee, last time I checked, beating your wife is wrong regardless of what you beat her with. I guess whoever made that law doesn't think so, though. Well, whoever came up with it, of course, had to pass the city council, the mayor had to blah 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 blah, but that's beside the point. You cannot bathe two babies in the same tub at the same time. You may not hunt moths under a streetlight, and it's illegal to cry on the witness stand. Okay, now I agree that the rule of law is important. I mean, in most cases, I think if you do the crime, you should do the time. But folks, in order for a law to be justified, to actually be useful, it must be tempered with two things: justice and common sense. Now, some of you holdouts out there are still gonna say, "But illegal downloads are going to destroy the industry. The sky is going to fall. It's the end of the world." Ah! Now, to put this in further perspective and cut through some of the fear-mongering, I direct you to the 1984 Supreme Court decision of Sony Corporation of America versus Universal City Studios Incorporated, where the Supreme Court ruled that recording television programs using VCRs or Betamaxes for non-profit personal use is fair use, and thus neither the individual who uses the VCR or Betamax to record the program nor the company that manufactured the VCR or Betamax could be held liable for copyright infringement. Now, during the case, the entertainment industry employed many of the same arguments against the VCR and Betamax that are now being used. They're now using against free downloads off the internet. Most notably, the assertion that it will harm the industry. But it did the exact opposite by creating a legal market for pre-recorded videotapes, which the entertainment industry exploited, which made them even wealthier and more powerful than ever before. Now, I don't know if the same is going to hold true this time around, but if the entertainment industry is smart, they'll see if they can repeat history and make it happen. Now, I think most of us, including, regardless of what side on the issue, including myself, all agree that nobody should financially profit from what they do not legally own. But that still doesn't mean that we should accept the status quo. Now, before I end this video, I want to cover my ass for just a second. I'm not advocating anybody do anything illegal, but I am advocating that we try to change the law here. I'm not going to tell you whether or not I've downloaded anything off the internet, and do yourself a favor and don't let me know. With that said, this is Obamamaniac. See you again next time. Bye.